I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window, I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too, slide your feet over. Everything by this window, I need this. All these seats. Move over, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapons, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. Lights up. Mics up. Let's get these likes up. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. How we looking, people? Good morning, people. Yo. Nasir's here. Good morning. It's Friday, gang. We made it. How my guy, Big Boy from Outkast used to say, the end of the week, I just made it. What's good? We made it to Friday. Lady T in the building. Positivity. Bees, good morning. Mary Brown, good morning. All right. What we got going on? How y'all looking? How you living, B? Like we used to say back in the day. How you living, B? How we doing? Today going to be a hip-hop show. Today going to be mostly old school. This is for the old heads today. We celebrating 80s, 90s, early 2000s babies, right? We talking about old school, right? Old school rap today. This one going to be about the golden age rappers. Just how it's panned out, gang. The stories, they fell in my lap. The stories that fell in my lap today, they're going to be more old school. All right. Mimi in the building. Sassy K. Sassy, right? Lydia. Okay. Lydia York, Mr. Stacy. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun today. Miss Hummus in the building. Stay hydrated, gang. It's already a scorcher. It's already up there. I don't know the exact degrees, but it feels like it's already about to be 90 degrees. It's insane. It is crazy. Bing, how we looking? Renee Brown, how we doing? Mem in the building. Candy of the Lands. All right, Renee Brown with the jewels, run the jewels. Chapo in the building. Vintage girl. What's going on? Renee with the jewels. Queen B. Listen, we're gonna have a good one because if you like old school rap, like saying Bone Thugs and Harmony is old school is wild, right? But I got some stories, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I got a LL Cool J story, right? LL Cool J said ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, peed on his platinum plaques. Back in the day, he never shared this story with anyone. I want to talk about that, right? It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. Nas has made a playlist for Jay-Z of all his favorite Jay-Z songs, gang. You could never, ever have expected something like that. That is next level hip hop. Nas making a Jay-Z playlist on TIDAL, gang. We're going to talk about that. It's a lot going on. Bone Thugs and Harmony got a plaque. They got a star on the Walk of Fame. Yes, it is a lot going on. It is a lot going on. I want to talk about all of that. And it's beautiful because all of Bone Thugs are there. I think all of them are there in this pick, right? East 99 is where you find me selling me yayo daily, right? I don't know how many of y'all are Bone Thugs fans. I want to find out. I want to talk about this first. So this is what it is, man. Hip hop is growing. It is always it's been here, but it's been slept on as a music genre for years, since its inception. Let's talk about Bone Thugs. I want to take you back to who these are. This is just, I believe it's like 5 a total. I remember there being a sixth member. I heard that there was a 6th member. But as far as I know, I believe Bones was 5. We're going to bring this up. Let me get to that. Lazy, Crazy, Busy, Flesh, and Wish. I almost remember, any Bone Thug heads in the building could help me out. I feel like there was a 6th member of Bone Thugs that didn't get quite recognized like that. But Bone Thugs, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going all off memory. I believe they're from Cleveland, correct? Bone Thugs is from Cleveland. And if you don't know, let's talk about it. Before I get to the Walk of Fame, I want to talk about Bone Thugs, just who Bone Thugs actually is. All right, let's get to that. Bone Thugs and Harmony, one of the greatest groups. Some people say the greatest hip-hop groups. Groups, not solo, groups in history. But how did we get here? Bone Thugs and Harmonies, or simply Bone Thugs, formerly Bone Enterprise, is an American hip-hop group formed in 1991 in Cleveland, Ohio, consisting of rappers Busy Bone, Wish Bone, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, and Flesh and Bone. Bone Thugs and Harmony are known for helping pioneer the chopper rap style and the use of rap singing in popular music, as well as bringing exposure to Midwestern hip-hop. They are frequently cited as one of the greatest rap groups and have sold over 16 million records. The group signed with American rapper Eazy-E's Ruthless Records in late 1993 and made their debut with the EP Creepin' on a Come Up the following year. In 1995, they released their second album, E1999 Eternal, which included the hit singles First of the Month, right? And East 99 is where you find me, right? East 1999. Their song Crossroads, a tribute to Eazy-E, spent 8 consecutive weeks atop the Billboard 100 and earned them a Grammy Award in 1997. The group's third album, The Art of War, was released in 1997, and in 2000, their album BTNH Resurrection achieved platinum status in the United States within a month of its release. Whereas their 2002 album Thug World Order saw more moderate success, attaining platinum certification and peaking at number 3 on the top hip-hop albums chart. So Bone Thugs is the real deal. If you don't know who Bone Thugs is, you gonna learn today. All right? Cleveland. Now, let me just give you my assessment of Thuggish Ruggish Bones, okay? I told you, I'm always tell you I'm a backpack hip hop head. And I remember the very first day I saw Bone Thugs, the video came on. We was like, what in the world is this? Right? The Thuggish Ruggish Bone video. And we did not know what to make of it. We didn't know what to make of it. It was nothing like Bone Thugs and Harmony, gang. You have never seen nothing like Bone Thugs. It took us a minute to understand it. We knew it was dope. We just didn't know what it was. Right? And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know what's going on with this. This is back in the day when they would show, okay, so we had Video Jukebox. And Video Jukebox, you could order the videos you wanted to play. It's not like today, where today is you got YouTube, so you can just play whatever. Back then, you had to watch videos on TV. And people would repeatedly order the same stuff on Video Jukebox. You had to pay, it was like, I don't remember if it was 99 cents or $1.99, whatever it was. It was a lot of money because by the time you ordered that video 5 times on one day, your mom got a bill for $5, and then it just kept going throughout the week. Before you looked up, your mom had $100 phone bill because you kept ordering these videos. And then you got what you deserve at that point, right? But they started playing Thuggish Ruggish Bone daily. People kept ordering that video. Thuggish, I'm not even gonna try to hit the notes this morning, gang. It's too early. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to sing Thuggish Ruggish Bone for you guys. Okay? But it grew on me and it became a really dope record. You gotta think it was synthesizers and all kind of singing, and it had the girls singing and they was rapping all fast. It was very different. Bethany, salute to Bethany with the jewels, run the jewels. Appreciate you. CM Brock in the building. Poison Ivy. We getting started today. Today gonna be more. We going old school today. The Box on MTV. Right. Well, the Box we had. It was a different one called Jukebox, Video Jukebox. I'm sorry, Video Music Box. That was I think music. It was either Jukebox or Music Box. I know Music Box was in New York, but with us we had the box that was the one where the people controlled it and they paid money to play the videos. I don't know. I may be dating myself. Y'all may not remember that. But that's when Bone came out. And they ordered that video on repeat. Repeat. Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Damon said on the box, Thuggish Ruggish was number 781 or 7818. See, Damon was ordering that video on repeat. He probably got beaten too. Yes, the box was on demand videos. Renee Brown, the box was on demand videos. And they would run that video. They would run 2 Live Crew on repeat. They would run, I remember when Master Ace video got, Sitting on Chrome got hot. They would run that one over and over. They used to run a lot of Biz Markie when he really was hot. And they would run a lot of NWA, a lot of Straight Outta Compton, a lot of Eazy-E, a lot of Hammer, a lot of MC Hammer. They would run that video over and over, his videos. And who else would they run on the box? But you couldn't stop it. They would just play these videos over and over, and a lot of R&B stuff. Mary J. Blige, like just you had to watch what people was putting in. Now, in the early days of the box, you could see. I know I'm going way back, right? But in the early days of the box, you could see people putting the number in. Gang, I'm talking about way back. And you would see a person, every video had three numbers, 3 codes. And you would see somebody typing it in. It'll be boop, 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 because they wanted to show that other people was doing it. So you would be sitting there hoping they played your video, whatever you was wanting to see. It was wild, gang. It was wild. Right? Snarky T said, we had the box too. I didn't dare order because I was already getting beat for the long distance build. Gang, it was a different time, gang. I remember a lot of DJ Quick, Sir Mix-a-Lot of E40. Yep. That you must have been on the West Coast, Snarky. They was ordering that too. And a lot of Cash Money Records, right? Cash Money, Queen B said it right. Juvenile was on there. Renee said Pumps in the Bump used to go crazy. Right? You right. Pumps in a bump. Pumps in a bump. We like the girls with the pumps in the bump. And Domino, here we go. Y'all some West Coast heads on this. Y'all some West Coast heads. Y'all up early. But they did play a lot of Domino. Here we go. And what's homeboy? Return of the Mac. They used to play him a lot. Yeah, it was a different time, gang. It was a different time. Beautiful one, good morning. It was a different time. I don't know who remembers playing those videos. You had to put that 3-digit number in. You had to press the pound button. And we had to put your credit card information in. And press the pound button. No. You didn't even need a credit card. They charge you to your phone bill. I'm sorry. They charge you to your phone bill. Yeah, it was crazy. That was a different time. So Bone Thugs and Harmony was big. It was different, gang, because Damon's right. The box had to change their rules because Thuggish Ruggish was playing too much back to back. That's true. If you had a person that really didn't care about their phone bill or didn't know no better, they could play the same stuff. And it make people start turning the channel. You would turn the channel, come back later. Because somebody would sit there and play 2 Live Crew back to back, then Bone. It was like, what? Right? Me Love Jay said, the box is how I first heard Oochie Coochie, la la la. Yeah, the box was crazy. That's how you really knew somebody was popping, right? That's how you knew they was popping, because they video would keep getting ordered on the box. Now, you know who jumped in there. Record labels start jumping in there, ordering stuff, right? Candy of the Land said the box was phony. Even Richie Rich said the labels were ordering the videos. Okay, you're right. Now, I think they had different regions, though. So you would be in it's different regions and different cable services. So you can't just order it for everybody. It would be your section and things like that, right? But yeah, the labels got in. Do you see it's a theme with these labels, gang? It's a theme with these labels. They always thinking they hand in something. They always getting their hand in something. Yes, the labels did get their hand in there, right? Mr. Stacy said, never had the box or even cable growing up. Matter of fact, grandma watched on Channel 5 CBS, and you better not try to change that channel. You missed out on that box. You missed out on the box, right? Aaron Hall video was on all damn day. That's true. I miss you. Aaron Hall was on there, right? Renee said, we used to tear my mama phone bill up. A lot of people, some people came out of that thing with no phone. $300-$400 phone bill. Mom cannot pay that. And somebody got a beating. Or two. Right? The box, long distance calls in Columbia's house was breaking our parents. Hey, think about this. Music is essentially free now. It's free. If you don't get it on Spotify or another streaming platform, you can just go right on YouTube and watch it for free. We had to join these CD clubs where they would mail you 20 CDs for a penny, hit you with the bill later, right? Or you would go to the record store, buy the CD, buy the tape, buy the vinyl. Or you would sit, this is the most the unique one or the normal one, sitting at the radio with your cassette tape, waiting for your song and waiting for the DJ to shut up. And you would be across the room and your song, you would hear the DJ starting to talk and you'll hear the beginning of your song. You run across the room and hit record on that tape. And you would sit there till that tape was done. And by the time you finished, you had a full tape of all your songs from the radio. Now, I know that's old. I know I'm taking y'all back. Recording off the radio. We did that for years. Recorded the song. And if you messed up or you got it wrong, you would just rewind your tape to where you recorded and wait again. But for the most part, we just bought the CDs. Recording the radio, that's real 80s. That's very 80s. Once people really started figuring out, just go get the CD or get it mailed to you. Order it out the book, right? Mimi said that red button waiting for hours for a guy. Waiting for a guy to come on. I like. India said Columbia House got us all. Yeah, because they would get you with that 20 CDs for a penny. Then that bill would come for $65, $100. But you got your 20 CDs for a penny, right? The Mellow Moves tape was off the hook. And do y'all remember the late night? They would play the, what's that thing called at night? The grooves, the late night grooves. Every city had it. All the slow jams, right? Around midnight, 11 o'clock, 11:30, they would put the slow jams come on, right? GD Complex Music said Columbia House was my introduction to that. I wonder how much money they poured in with that. Because that was a bunch of the extra CDs that the labels had. And they just put them together and sold them through the magazines, through the service. This was before they even really had websites for it. So then when they got the website, you could just go on the website, pick your CDs, da-da-da. But back in the day, it would be a paper The Quiet Storm. Damon got it. Quiet Storm. At night they would play the Quiet Storm for all the girls and the guys. You fast ass guys, right? They would play that late night. But when you first used to get introduced to Columbia Music House, it would be in the magazines. And it would be a little pull-out slip. They would have all the CDs, the ones that was popping at the time. And you would select your 20, put your address, put a check in the put a check in the envelope, or write your your credit card, and then mail it to them. And voila, and lo and behold, in about a week or two tops, they would send you your 20 CDs. It was exciting, gang. It was a very exciting time to get that box of 20 CDs. You guys, you young guys, you guys don't even understand. It's different to open up the CD pack, to rip the plastic, take out the insert, flip it over, read the credits, read whatever the artist wanted you to read, all the pictures in there. It's life-changing. It's not like now. I don't even know if they even make inserts for CDs anymore, right? I think all of us still have a bill at Columbia House because at some point we just stopped paying. They couldn't catch you. They just kept billing you. A lot of people, and sometimes you would want more CDs, so you would pay that last bill just so you could get some more. But I think toward the end, we figured out, just get a gang of CDs and don't even pay them no more. We figured it out. I think like all the people in the suburbs was carrying Columbia Music House. Because I know in the hood, we was like, yeah, we was ducking and dodging them. And you right, Queen B, they were ruining credit. They were hitting people with that credit. They was getting your name and putting you in that credit system. Columbia Music House was ruining credit for 15-year-olds. The first time I got my music, I was popular as hell in the hood because nobody believed it was real until I received it. They were putting it on people's credit. And you know what else they were putting on young people's credit was beepers. Remember, you could walk into a beeper shop. I'm going way back, gang. You could walk into a beeper shop and get the beeper on pure credit. But that was a real bill. And people was getting hit for that. Once they stopped using the beeper or whatever, they broke it or whatever. And a lot of young kids were getting, this is the late 80s, gang, early 90s. People still rocking beepers. And they would put that on your credit. You'd be a teenager with a beeper bill on your credit. And I know a lot of people couldn't move forward until you paid for that beeper that you had 5 years, 6 years ago. Renee Brown said, did we bankrupt them? Yeah, I don't know. You know what? We going old school. We gonna figure this out today. Since we talking about it, did Columbia Music go out of business? Yes, the iconic mail order music club, Columbia Music House, went out of business as the famous 12 CDs for a penny. I said 20, but they did 22 when they got toward the end. 12 CDs for a penny service shut down. The parent company filed for bankruptcy in 2015, gang. It wasn't in no 90s and no late. That thing was still going in 2015. That might be around that time I went back and I got that Janet Jackson CD. I got a Janet Jackson CD off of there when she came out. 2015, after revenues plummeted from a 1.4 billion peak in 1996. Gang, they was doing their thing in 96 to just 17 million. Ultimately driven out of business by digital downloads and streaming services. Okay, but the Columbia Records is still around, right? Would you like to know more about the famous negative option billing method they used, or are you trying to track down? I don't want to know nothing else. I think we got it. So, gang, they went through all of the 90s. They went into the 90s. I mean, they went into the 2000s. They survived all of the 2010s, went into 2015. Gang, they still had Columbia Music House. People were still getting 12 to 20 CDs. Wow. In 2015, they went out of business. That mean they was in the era of Drake, Dot, and everybody else. So some of you got a K Dot CD from Columbia Music House. Sheesh. Yo, I didn't know they still were in business. Wow. That's a lot of CDs that came out in during that time. All right, I digress. So, Couch Potato in the building, I see you. Listen, Nash, Miss Kofi, let me see, K Jimma, all right, Misunderstood. I appreciate you guys. So, let's get the Bone Thugs. So, with all that being said about the box, Bone Thug, Motorola pagers, and Columbia Music House, right? We going old school, right? Renee Brown said Life After Death. Mr. Smith. I think I got those same CDs from Columbia Music House. Biggie's Life After Death, Mr. Smith by LL Cool J, and Foxy Brown, Ill Nah Nah. I might have got them same. I know I got Lauryn Hill from Columbia Music House. I know I got that one. But I had to rebuy it. You know how CDs, you got to get another one. I had to buy it again. Right? Mr. Stacy said Columbia House got cussed out by my grandma when they called her about my debt. And she countered by telling them she was going to sue them for soliciting to minors. I was like 12 or 13 when I ran the bill up. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Grandma wasn't playing. So, end of the day, all that being said, Bone Thugs and Harmony got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Thuggish Ruggish Bone, they made it, gang. And by the end of the day, them dudes have become international rap stars. 5 guys from Cleveland. I'm still waiting on somebody in the chat to tell me there was supposedly a 6th Bone Thug member who decided not to continue with the group. There got to be a Bone Thug head in the building to tell me. But let's talk about this. Bone Thugs receiving that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The pioneering Cleveland hip-hop group received the 2,851st star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6126 Hollywood Boulevard, with MC Big Boy, Fat Joe, Ice-T, Eazy-E's mother and son, and a crowd of supporters on hand. Formed in 1991, they've sold over 16 million records worldwide, earned a Grammy for The Crossroads, and influenced artists like Kid Cudi, who credits them for his start. The ceremony declared July 8th, 2026, Bone Thugs and Harmony Day in Hollywood, celebrating their melodic rap style and brotherhood after 35 years. All right? So salute to Bone Thugs. They did it. They got it done. We're here to celebrate them, right? We gotta show respect to that legendary collective because they overcame a lot of odds. Just being from Cleveland, they overcame a lot of odds. So we gotta respect that and show them the proper love that they deserve in this hip-hop space. All right? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We're going to see this video real quick.
And to add on to this day, I like to proclaim today Bone Thugs and Harmony Day in Hollywood. Now, gentlemen, let's go unveil your star.
It's our day right now today. Appreciate you, brother.
Get in there, big.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Old Goods and Harmony.
It's real.
Off the stage, off the stage.
Hold on, you guys.
Oh my God.
You guys all right? You guys? I'm gonna go last,
We can see, I see. I see, we can see. We can see, I see. We can see nobody.
Ghost Rider. Everybody got that? Going in.
Hey guys,
Don't come in yet. This woman in the leopard. Kevin, Kevin. Everybody, this. Guys, you're in the shot. Move your camera, please. Move your camera. Move your camera.
I need to show up big, then I'll go back to the group.
Vic, get on the side. Yeah, right there. No. Vic, we gotta see.
Got it?
Vic, yeah, right there. Right there.
Okay.
Perfect.
And you want
Right in the middle, guys.
right?
We want the guys right in the middle here.
Y'all stay here. Y'all stay. You guys got this? Ain't got the water there for me?
So that was Bone Thug receiving their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Salute to Bone Thugs. Congrats. Well deserved, well earned. I'm proud of them. And they've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. For those that don't know, Bone Thugs have been through a lot in their careers. They broke up in mad times, right? Any Bone Thug heads in the building can help me out. Any Bone Thug super fans can tell me how many times the Bone Thug, they broke up so many times, and they splintered off. They've had all kind of public spats, right? Yeah, and for a time, it looked like you would never see the Bone Thugs in the same room. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, let's be honest. At one point, the Bone Thugs looked like they just couldn't pull it together. And Busy is absolutely the wildest one of all. Right? Girly Jock in the building. So, yeah, the Bone Thugs, they were very interesting to watch. And it's 35 years. That's real. And Eazy-E signed them. Like, he saw something in them that it was really Eazy-E seeing that, because I believe other labels passed on them. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But you would have never saw what he saw. He had to have the vision. And he had the money to do the right thing. And he understood the assignment. And Flashburn is right. Losing Eazy-E was the hardest. That was a big blow to their career, right? And somebody, there was a, matter of fact, I'm going to Google this. There was a six member of Bone Thugs. I know I'm not tripping. 6 member of Bone Thugs and Harmony. The official core members of the group are Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Busy Bone, Wishbone, and Flesh and Bone. However, their discoverer, mentor, and former record label boss, the late Eazy-E, is widely recognized as the honorary 6th member. Okay, so I ain't getting no answers there. But I remember there being another guy who was like, I was in Bone Thugs. I decided to drop out right before they signed. Right? I'm almost certain I heard that. I could be wrong, but I low-key remember hearing that. But maybe I'm wrong. All right? Jen, pretty sure I got my Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson CD from Columbia House. That's the CD I got from them. The Velvet Rope. Is that the one? That's the one with That's the Way Love Goes on it. I'm not mistaken. The joint with Q-Tip. Joni Mitchell Never Lies. Q-Tip told us all about Joni Mitchell. Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. All that. That was a dope. That's probably my favorite Janet Jackson CD. I'm gonna be honest with you. But salute the Bone Thugs and Harmony for doing that the right way. All right, gang. So listen, I want to get to this other conversation, because I think this one is as important as that one. Nas, the legendary Nas, right? The greatest lyricist of all time. Since we've been talking lyrics all week for 2 weeks straight, thanks to Mr. Fiasco. Nas, who went to war with Jay-Z back in the day. My guy Nas, who has since put all of that nonsense to the side. These two have been friends for at least 20 years almost, I think. Very long time. I'm not sure how long. That Jay and Nas have put that battle behind them. It's been a very long time. And they have not looked back. Right? They have not looked back. Well, Jay-Z has, and I'm going to pull up the list. Jay-Z has 2 concerts coming. Right? He has I believe one is tonight, right? You guys were telling me it's tonight. I think one is tonight. And they go throughout the next 3 days. Well, Nas, in honor of Jay-Z, which you never thought you would ever see, he curated a TIDAL playlist of his favorite Jay-Z songs. Right? This is unheard of, it's unprecedented, and I gotta give Nas, this is some real grown man stuff, gang. It ain't many people who would have done this. It ain't many people who would have done this. All right? Let me read this article, but Nas is the GOAT. Nas put all his ego aside and made a list of his favorite Jay-Z songs. It's grown man business, gang. Let me read this article. Including Dead Prez too, right? With Jay-Z's upcoming performances at Yankee Stadium, Nas is celebrating his fellow New Yorkers' catalog with a new playlist on TIDAL. This morning, the streaming platform shared the playlist titled Curated by God's Son, Hove, on their social platforms. Gang, I no longer have TIDAL. I gave up my TIDAL when Jay-Z sold it. So I do not have TIDAL. I am sorry to say. I've been relieved myself of TIDAL a very long time ago. So I had no knowledge of this playlist. All right? But I still believe it's a cool thing to do. Let me continue. So that's the picture right there from the TIDAL playlist. Let me continue with the article. Okay. Curated by Godson Hove on their social platform. GOAT recognizes GOAT. In celebration of Jay-Z's 30th anniversary and his landmark Yankee Stadium shows, Nas curated his favorite songs by the Brooklyn legend. That's what the tweet says. And that's a tweet by TIDAL. The playlist contains some solid selections, largely consisting of records from Jay's back catalog, including highlights from Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint 1, 2, and 3. Dead Presidents 2, the song that catalyzed their beef, is also included along with a few of his favorite guest verses from Jay-Z, such as Cameron's Welcome to New York City, one of my favorite. I love that record too. Memphis Bleek's Dear Summer, which is another record I dig, and Pusha T Drug Dealers Anonymous, which is another record I dig, right? Of course, Nas also included their collaboration, Black Republicans, from the Hip Hop Is Dead album. Great record. If you don't know that Black Republicans record, you need to get familiar. That is a dope-ass record, right? You definitely need to get familiar. Let me continue. Even though it's been over 2 decades since the two squashed their beef, it's still amazing to see them not just coexist, but appreciate each other openly as they have throughout the years. Gang, the beef was really about them wanting to work together. Jay wanted to work with Nas. Nas didn't show up to the studio. This is where the beef really starts. When you young and you full of hubris and this, that, and the third, things get out of hand and it turned into miscommunication and beef, but they both knew each other was dope. All right? Will Nas come out during Jay-Z's shows? This is what they're questioning. I hadn't even thought of this. Now I'm thinking of it. At this point, we're bound to see a few surprises during Jay-Z's upcoming performances at Yankee Stadium this weekend. And perhaps Nas's playlist indicates that he may have some involvement in it. Hopefully, Nas comes out on stage during one of the nights. The upcoming weekend will be a celebration of key milestone anniversaries in Jay's catalog. On July 10th, he'll perform Reasonable Doubt from the front to back for its 30-year anniversary. Then on July 11th, he'll run through the Blueprint for its 25th year anniversary. 25 years, the Blueprint gang. We still talking about the Blueprint. Who got the best verse on Renegade? Still talking about the Blueprint gang. 25 years old. I still put the Blueprint on road trips and play it to the end. It's still unclear what Sunday will bring, as it has been described as an extra inning since it was added due to the massive demand for the first 2 shows. So, looks like Jay might bring out Nas. They might do a record or 2. Nas might perform, and Success is one of my records too. I'm one of them American Gangster guys. I love that album. I don't know about you guys. I'm a guy that digs American Gangster, the samples, the theme. It's a theme throughout the whole album. That's a dope record. And that Success record with Nas, the whole record's crazy. I'm gonna have to revisit that album, I'm gonna be honest. Right? What happened over here, Flashburn, after people treated Jay the way they did when Pac was hot? Do you blame them? I didn't see the conversation you guys got going Chris Mann said the Blueprint is still a classic. It is a 100% classic. We don't listen to people that say it ain't, right? You get silence for 30 days saying the Blueprint ain't a classic. And there's people that's going to say that. All right? Gang, I appreciate you rocking with me this morning. I got one more story. I told you, we keeping it old school today. This is for the old heads. We talking about the box. We talking about beepers, right? We talking about Columbia Music Music House sending out CDs. And we're going to finish it off with a LL Cool J, an old dirty bastard. A story from LL Cool J, an old dirty bastard. A story that he's never, ever told. He just now revealed that old dirty bastard peed on his plaques. Old dirty bastard peed on LL's platinum plaques, gang. If you know anything about old dirty bastard, you know this is 100% plausible. 100% plausible. Salute to both the beautiful one with the jewels. Appreciate you guys when you run those jewels. Thank you very much. Right? Somebody said on Drake, no, Renee. No. He didn't pee on Drake. No, Renee. No. He peed on LL Cool J's platinum plaques. I'm going to read this story and have a conversation, right? I need an ODB pick because you guys, you got to see this guy. I know you guys know what he looks like in your memory. But I need a pick with LL Cool J, an old dirty bastard, just to get you in the mood. Just to get you in the mood. All right, so LL says, all right, I got a pick right here. LL says that ODB came into the studio intoxicated. Right? And they wouldn't record him as such. And he got upset and peed. If you guys know anything about ODB, you know this is plausible. I'm trying to find this picture. So that's LL. That's a more mature LL. And that's ODB in the cut. Let me read this story. LL Cool J remembers the incident with humor. Cool J is revisiting one of hip-hop's most bizarre behind-the-scenes stories, and somehow he's still laughing about it. During a recent episode of Rock the Bells radio show, the rap legend recalled for the first time he learned that the late ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, had destroyed several of his plaques while visiting Chung King Studios in New York. That is a legendary studio, and ODB wasn't having nothing, right? He was upset about this, that, and the third. Let me get to it. I remember one time Chris Lighty, rest in peace to Chris Lighty, legend in the business. Go research Chris Lighty if you don't know who he is. And they got a podcast, very good podcast that came out a couple years ago. I believe it's called Mogul, something like that. And they did a breakdown, several episodes of Chris Lighty's life. Go listen to that podcast about Chris Lighty's life. I believe it's called Mogul. I could be wrong. Something like that. Let me finish. I remember one time Chris Lighty called me up. LL said, he's like, yo, you got to come down here. You got to come to Chung King Studios. Confused, LL asked what was wrong. He said, for some reason, Old Dirty Bastard just came in here and broke all your plaques and pissed on them. LL admitted he had no idea what sparked the incident. Gang, you got to understand, it doesn't always make sense with ODB. ODB had a lot of things going on, okay? So it don't always make sense when we're talking about a character as eclectic as Old Dirty Bastard. He said, I said, what did I do? I don't even understand it. I loved him ever since. Shout out to old dirty bastard, man. While this is the first time LL has publicly shared the story himself, the incident has lived on in hip-hop lore for years. The late Chris Lighty previously explained that ODB showed up to the studio intoxicated and became frustrated after the staff refused to record him in that condition. According to Lighty, the Wu-Tang Clan rapper responded by ripping LL plaques off the wall and urinating on one of them before the studio receptionist called the police. Okay, you got to understand, ODB was like that. Lighty also revealed that ODB's mood shifted almost instantly after leaving the building. ODB would just bug out, gang. He would just bug out like that. Wild boy. Wild, wild boy. Quote, at the bottom of the elevator, he changes the whole tune, Lighty recalled years later. He was laughing his ass off. Additionally, Chung King Studios founder John King later confirmed that one of the damaged plaques never made it back to LL. Instead, he kept the urine-covered plaque, which reportedly remains in his personal collection to this day. Gang, he has a pee-covered platinum plaque from LL Cool J. ODB's unpredictable personality became a defining part of his legacy. There are countless stories from peers illustrating just how spontaneous he could be. The latest retelling only adds another chapter to the mythology surrounding one of hip-hop's most unforgettable figures. As for LL Cool J, there doesn't appear to be any lingering resentment. Decades later, he's choosing to remember the incident with humor rather than frustration. If you want to see that memory, there's a short on the Sirius XM YouTube channel that you can watch and see LL break that down. But yeah, it was crazy. Salute to Stanademics TV. He said he hoped he cleaned that pee. It sounded like he didn't, but he should have. Hopefully he did clean that record. Hopefully he did clean that record. So that's a LL Cool J story. That's kind of wild, right? Before I get out of here, I got one more thing I want to talk about. It's still in the same vein as old school. Don't worry. But I saw this on Twitter yesterday. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'll take the shoes, right? I'll take the shoes. But they look like regular Air Force Ones, gang. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to keep it a buck. They were engraved. They had a really nice box. But I'm going to keep it a buck. Jay-Z gave Fab some exclusive Air Force Ones to document the anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. The box is dope. It's signed and this, that, and the third. And you can only get these. Jay-Z has to give them to him. You can't buy them right now, apparently. And I'm going to show you. Well, I'm going to read this story. Fabulous just got a pair of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt Anniversary Air Force Ones. He received an exclusive pair of the ones made for the album's 30th anniversary. Fab just received a pair of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt Air Force Ones. The shoes mark 30 years since Jay's debut album dropped. Nike made this pair strictly for friends and family, not retail, so you cannot buy them. Fabulous shared the unboxing on social media, showing off the packaging. The box itself came in a sleek black and white design. Inside, the sneaker sat wrapped in a black satin pouch. A separate case held the shoes with a white protective da-da-da. The audio went bad again. The audio went bad again, gang. You know what it is? It's not the mic, though. It's not the mic. It's not the mic, gang. I'm just going to show you the video. It's the software. Because when I got off yesterday, the mic was fine. So I guess we running hot again. Let me show y'all this video of these shoes, and we're gonna get out of here. Next week, all will be right. Oh, they don't have the video anymore. They took the video down. I think they took the video, so I don't even have the video, gang. I only had the video of the shoes. Listen, they don't even have the video here no more. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't even know why the mic. It's not the mic doing that, gang. It's the software. Because I figured it out yesterday. So listen, great show. I had fun with you guys. We made it. Right? It's not the mic, Miss Tidy. It's not the mic. It's not the mic, gang. The Dastardly Rock Nation. It's not the mic, gang. It's not the mic. So listen. I think it's fixed now. Nope, it's not. Appreciate you for the jewels, Renee Brown. We're gonna leave it on that. The shoes that Fabulous got from Jay-Z were they look like regular ones. Go look at them on Twitter. It's Friday, gang. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Head on over to my guys, black-yeti.com. Right? I appreciate you. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. And I promise you, this is not a mic issue. This is a software issue. Right? Gang, listen. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window. I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window. I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, colored like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapon, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady.